And what is up, everybody? Uh, if you can tell by the title of this, I decided to go with the theme for the man with the iron fist. Cause, for those of you who saw the movie, uh, Wu-Tang, just about every member of the Wu-Tang Clan is, big fans of the whole old classic kung fu movie genre. What winds up happening is that apparently from what RZA did in an interview with Snoop Dogg, that basically it's like he used to get people together in his house, basically like warring gangs or warring projects, and actually have them sit in his house and watch kung fu movies. And basically, they come to his house, and that was the common bond that they all shared. And like through that, they eventually formed the whole group Wu-Tang Clan. Now, this now the Man with the Iron Fist was his first movie that he wrote and directed, and got a lot. It caught a lot of flack. I know a lot of people that did not like it. I don't see what the problem was. It was his first movie. It wasn't great, but at the same time, it was good. Now, keep in mind it's his first movie, so basically, he's trying to do this kung fu epic, a martial arts epic, without the experience. Now, granted, he had Quentin Tarantino as a producer, and Eli Roth helped co-write the movie, but um, his experience, his inexperience, I should say, as a storyteller, did kind of show. The plot was a bit rushed. There wasn't a lack of character development, okay? Because that's something that a lot of movies nowadays, you hear me talking about it. A lot of movies nowadays are completely lacking. Prime example, Ninja Turtles or Man of Steel. It's just like, okay, here's Superman, here's the Ninja Turtles, go play. He didn't do that with the first movie, and it's we like I said, it's due to his inexperience. So the plot felt a bit rushed, storytelling felt a bit rushed. If he would have paced it a lot more. Granted, I understand it was supposed to be kind of fast paced, but if he just slowed it down just a little bit, especially when it came to the opening sequence to the credits, and they're playing the old Wu-Tang Clan song, which I'm not allowed to say because people will think I'm racist. Well, shame on it. I'm trying to put game on it. You hear that, everybody in the theaters, head bumping, and you're like, yeah, yeah, going with it. It's a classic hip hop song, and the sole purpose of them playing that song, and then you got the fight scene going on, which is great. But apparently that wasn't the beginning of the story. If they'd have shown the part where Gold Lion is brought to the governor, and the governor asks him to watch the shipment of gold, that would have made more sense. Then go through the whole when he says there's like to need a weapon, you need to make a weapon, you need the right steel, temperatures up to 1100 degrees or 11,000 degrees, and somebody you want to kill. Okay, do that. So the backstory for a lot of it was put out of order. This is this whole universe, like it being developed. This whole little mythical area is slowly but surely being developed, but he didn't slowly but surely develop it. He's like, he rushed the story entirely too much. So if he'd have just slowed down on the pace of it, that'd have been great. That would have been great. And the actors that he had, Jamie Chung, she's hot. Okay, she's not a good actress. She's hot. She served her purpose. Okay. Batista, great job. Even Kung Lei, as Bronze Lion, did a great job. Lucy Liu, I've been a Lucy Liu fan since Ally McBeal in the '90s. The woman was the woman was a phenomenal actress and a great martial arts performer. So kudos to her and the job that she did. Um, for a rated, even for a rated R movie, I was shocked that they didn't add all this senseless nudity. I mean, even the fact that they were using a brothel a majority of the time, they didn't do that. So it shows a more classier side to filmmaking, which a lot of filmmakers, very big ones in Hollywood especially, seem to just totally forget. They figure, okay, rated R movie, then sky's the limit. Let's do straight pornography and then just just back it up a little bit. It's pretty much what they do nowadays. And I'm not saying that just because I'm a Christian. I'm saying that because I'm aspiring filmmaker and a critic. Now, that being said, they're coming out with a sequel for it. I honest to God don't see why. Again, I'm pretty sure RZA did everything for it, and the fact that it's coming straight out to DVD and Blu-ray, it says straight up that Hollywood wasn't going to back it up to put it out in theaters. They weren't going to make the same mistake twice. But like I said, it wasn't a mistake if they'd have just told the story a little bit differently. It could have been almost as epic as Crouching Tiger or House of Flying Daggers, or at least like Forbidden Kingdom, because I used to like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I don't really like it anymore. They're coming out with a sequel for it, and they got rid of Ang Lee. Yuan Wu Ping, the phenomenal action choreographer and director from Hong Kong. He's directing this movie, and they're gonna be doing a lot more action as opposed to way too much drama and art, which Ang Lee is known for. Then you got for this next movie, it looks pretty much just as action packed. I'm not too sure about how much story is behind it. I looked up on IMDb. There's no plot put up yet. All I know is Dustin Nguyen is in it. That's right, the token Asian guy from 21 Jump Street, the TV series, and from VIP, Valerie Irons Protection, is back in a movie, and it's gonna be he has a main role, which he does not get that much in actual movies nowadays in Hollywood, which sucks because he's always been a great performer, and for him to be such a B-list actor, it's a shame. And then you got I forget his name, but basically Carrie something Tokugawa. I want to say Tokugawa, but that's but that's that was an error in Japan, or a government faction, and the guy, he was basically Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat, and even in the Machinima Mortal Kombat, he was Shang Tsung again. He's in this movie as well, and he's a good guy. Okay, now RZA back as the blacksmith. I guess he left Jungle Village, but one thing that's I can't seem to understand is why are they got different actors to play the Gemini Killers. Gemini Killers were killed in the first movie. What's up with that? And they have the actress back who was Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi in the first movie was X-Blade's woman. She did absolutely nothing in the first movie. They have her in this movie, and no X-Blade. Makes no sense. They didn't even try replacing him or anything like that. And those are the only problems with it. Like you could see the quality of how it was shot. I'm not saying it's less, but you could see it's a completely different film crew as to how it was shot the first time. Um, I'm, I guess Quentin Tarantino is not backing him this time around. The fact that it went straight to it's going straight to DVD and Blu-ray. It's kind of sad because dude's only getting, basically he's getting his paycheck from Redbox. It sucks. But that's not to say it's a bad movie. There were plenty of straight to video cassette movies or straight to DVD movies that were pretty good. The first Boondock Saints didn't make it to theaters. Straight to DVD release, but it's a cult classic, which spawned a sequel, which, to be perfectly honest, should never have gone into theaters. For the life of me, I couldn't understand the movie. I could not get into it. Just couldn't do it. And having Judd Nelson as the main bad guy, could not take him seriously. And this movie, then you got something like Best of the Best, one of the very few straight martial art dramas. Written by Philip Reese, starring Eric Roberts as well as James Earl Jones. The acting, I want to say, wasn't necessarily that good, but the story was great, and it's a martial arts classic because just like Karate Kid, it was a drama. It wasn't an action movie like every other martial arts movie back in the 80s, because all of them was about ninjas. Every martial art movie in the in the 90s was about, in the 80s was about ninjas, till you got to the late 80s where it was about kickboxing, and it just martial art movies took a very, very fast downward spiral in the by the early 90s. It just wasn't popular. It just wasn't really popular anymore. You had the only person that was making a profit off of anything in the 90s was Steven Seagal, and he is, from what I hear, is a horrible, horrible human being. Back to this, back to Man with the Iron Fist. The first movie was good. It was very good. It showed his inexperience as a storyteller, rough around the edges, obviously. However, this did not help his delusions into thinking that he's a martial artist. Just listening to him talk, like I said, just a lot of, especially when he spoke, when they made him the blind master in G.I. Joe Retaliation. For the life of me, why the hell did they do that? Especially since the blind master was not a part of the Arashikage clan. To have him as the blind master, and then to have him talking, like, we will bring Storm Shadow back alive, and he will answer for his crimes. The Arashikage will have regained its honor. It was like, you got to be kidding me, man. Listening to him talk just completely took me out of the movie. Horrible. But his portrayal of the poor dude, the only person in Derailed who got killed and didn't deserve it. Derailed, everybody got what they deserved except him. He shouldn't have been killed. He was just an innocent bystander trying to help out, and he did a great job with that. Producing for hip hop doesn't really get much better than him. Storyteller, he's inexperienced. He's got great ideas, but inexperience as to how to put it down on paper to portray it to film. Slowly but surely, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get it right. And when he does, I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure he gets the right backing, gets the right camera crew, gets the right editing, right producers and proper storytellers, guaranteed. Martial epic, blow everybody away. I'm done talking. Have a good night.